Hello, everyone, and welcome to another free webinar from the Delphian School. My name is Stirling Hepburn, and we're going to be learning about beginning 3D modeling today using a program called Magica Voxel. Thanks for joining me. Let me go ahead and see if we have any questions so far. Lachlan says, "Hey, won't let me get on to Magica Voxel, just so it shows a black screen." Okay, we'll take a look at that. We'll make sure everyone's up and running first. Isaiah says, "Hi, hello Sterling, how's your day going? My day is going really well, thank you. How's yours?" Okay, so the first thing we need to do, obviously, is get Magica Voxel, and I think it was in the instructions for when you signed up for the webinar on how to get it. But let me just share my screen with you, and we'll just do it from the very beginning, just in case maybe you missed those instructions or we're having a hard time getting it running. So here, share screen. All right, let's give me a second here. All right, share screen. All right, so here we go. Can you guys see? You see Google right now, right? Where am I? I'm in my own office today because I have the 3D modeling software installed on my computer already. Okay. Do we need an app? Yes, you do need an app. I'm about to show you how to download it. Magica Voxel is a small computer program that's free that lets you make 3D models basically in a way that's really similar to building in Minecraft. So it's actually really easy and fun, and what you end up making can look really, really cool. So I'll show you. So Isis says, I have the same problem as Lachlan. Okay, well, let me just start from the beginning here with downloading it, and then follow along. And if it's still happening with the black screen, we'll take it from there. So first, type in Magica Voxel into Google. And then this one right here at the very top, the one where it's like ephtracy.github.io. Click on that. And then here, we want to use this one, download 0.99.5. And then we want to get this one. This is the one we want. So we click that to download it. And then once it downloads, it's we'll open it up. So here it is. And then once it's open, you want to click extract all. So here it's going to put the folder for Magica Voxel in our downloads folder, which I think is fine for today. So extract. And here we go. Now we have Magica Voxel. You open that folder and then double click on Magica Voxel. And then for me, it says Windows protected your PC. It prevented an unrecognized app from starting. So in this case, we can just click more info and then run anyway, because this is safe. I'm getting this error because I have it already running in the background here. So you guys should be fine. So okay, so let's see what other questions we have. So maybe zoom in so it's easier to see. Okay, so let's see here. And then looks like some of you got it running, which is good. So if you're on a Mac, then it is different. So I'll show you what to do really quick. So we just need to go to a new window here. So there we go. I'm going to share my screen. We'll go back to Google. So Magica Voxel, you want to get the Win64 one, AG. Lachlan says it's on a Mac. Yeah, I'll show you which one to download. If you're on a Mac, that's probably why it's not working. You just need to make sure we just need to make sure we're getting the right one. So give me a second. Hi, Catherine. Yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah, you don't want to take the actual application, like where the thing you double click on outside of the folder. You want to keep everything in the same folder. Isis says, I don't have Google. You could just use any search engine. Just make sure you're going to this website right here. Okay. So let's see, if you're on a Mac, I think that you just need to get this version right here, 99.4. Yeah. And then all you need to do is click on this one, the one at the very top where it's for Mac OS. Just go ahead and click on that and it'll download, and then you just install it. I think it just runs out of the folder just like Windows. So just click on it and download it, and then extract it, which is like you just taking the folder from outside of the zip, and then open it up. Shanna says, I have it up and running. Yay. Okay. Sumeta says, it isn't letting me open the program. Okay, can you tell me what it's saying, and then we can see what we can do. Lachlan says, I'm not on a Mac. Okay, so do you remember what Catherine said? If you take the Magic of Voxel, app outside of the folder, then it just gives you a black screen. Just make sure that you don't do that. Keep everything in the same folder. If you have to download it again, you can. It should only take a second to download, and it's free, so it doesn't matter. Samantha says, never mind, I got it. Okay, great. Evelyn says, mine works. Yay. Isis says, which one do I click on? So if you are on a Mac, just do the one that has a 64 in the name. And if you're on Windows, then do the one with the 64, like Win64. If you're on a Mac, you want to do the 99.4 one, and then click on the Mac OS. So, so this is the ephtracy.github.io is where we're getting it from. And if you're on a Mac, you do this one, 99.4, and then just this first one here. So let's see here. Shanna says, yeah, or you could go into your email, click on the link, and it will download, and then you can do all the steps in the folder. Yeah, in the instructions for the webinar, that in the email that went out after you registered, there is a link that I put in there. If you just click on it, it'll download the right one if you're on a Mac or PC automatically. So that if this is too complicated, you can go ahead and check your email and grab it from there too. Brenda says, it didn't solve, but a black screen. Okay, let's see. Lachlan says, I'm not on a Mac, and when I did Mac one, it worked. Interesting. Janina says, I can't open it. Okay. What happens when can you tell me what happens when you try to open it? Katya says, how to extract from zip. Basically, you open up the zip from, like, as if it's a folder, and then you can just copy everything from there into another folder. Or if you're on Windows, you can just click extract and then choose where you want it to go. This is what I'm getting. When I double click Magic of Voxel, it can't be opened because it's from an unidentified developer. Yeah. So in that case, what you need to do is, let's see, I think I'm still sharing my screen. Here, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is my screen. So here. This is what Magic of Voxel looks like. So you should be seeing a screen that kind of looks like this once you get it up and running. So I'm just going to download it newly so I can show you guys how to do the unzipping and whatnot. So once it's downloaded, you can just click on it, and then you click on here, extract, under compressed folder tools, extract all, and then it'll put it here. And user download, it depends on what your username is, but downloads, then Magic of Voxel, blah, 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 blah. And then show extracted files when complete is good. So click extract. And now it'll show you the folder here. So we just double click on that. And this is for Windows, obviously. So then once you have that open, then you can just double click on Magic of Voxel and it should work. Oh, and if you're getting that thing where it's preventing you from opening it, you can just click more info and then run anyway. And then it'll work. Okay, let's see. what kind of questions we have. Q&A. Megan says, mine does not look like that. Shannon says, that's what I did. Okay, cool. Isaiah says, I still have a black screen. Okay, so Isaiah, are you on a Mac or a PC? Shannon says, this program looks cool. Yeah, it's super cool. And it's totally free, which is really cool. Janina says, Microsoft Defender Smart Screen is preventing me from opening it. Can you click on more info and then click run anyway? Serafina says, what do you do for Chromebook? Actually, really unfortunately, this won't work on a Chromebook. You have to have either a Windows computer or a Mac. Yeah, I don't think that there is a way to do it on a Chromebook, as far as I know. Magna says, I pressed extract and something random happened. Okay, just tell me what happened and I can probably help walk you through it. Shanna says, I'm glad I signed up for this class. I almost didn't. Yeah, thank you for coming. Akanksha says, I did it. Yay. Okay, good job. Isis says, it is still black. Okay. Isaiah says it's still black. So Isis and Isaiah, are you guys using Mac or PC? How do you do that on a Mac? Can't be opened issue. Can you tell me, is it like a message that pops up that says maybe this can't be opened, or what? Isaiah says Mac. Okay. What do I save the file as? We're not saving files yet. We'll get to that. We'll get to that once we open up Magic of Voxels, and we're all ready to go. So let's see. I think mine opened because there's a big gray cube on the screen. The rest of the things on the side. Yep, that sounds right. Okay, good, perfect. Okay. Catherine says, Isaiah, sometimes opening up the application more than once can help. Okay, yeah, I guess maybe trying again. Lachlan says, try to do 99.5. That's what worked for me. Okay, cool. Still black on Mac OS 10.14. Okay, so Brando, did you download the 199.4 for Mac? This one here? And, or did you do the 99.5? Because it looks like this 99.5 one is only for Windows. So make sure you, when you go to the website to download, you click on the 99.4 and then do Mac OS. And that should do it, I think. Isaiah says, I need help and I'm on a Mac. Okay, cool. Did you guys, Isaiah, did you download this one, the 99.4 for Mac? Anya says, sorry, I'm late. What did I miss? Right now, we're just getting started with getting Magic of Voxels installed. So just if you have your email in front of you, you can click on a link, depending on if you have a Mac computer or a Windows computer, and it'll download Magic of Voxels for you, and then you can take it from there. So, or you can go to this website, ephtracy.github.io, and then download. Let's just do the download 99.4 version if you're on a Mac, and then 99.5 for Windows. Isis says we're using a Mac. Okay. Janina says it says the code execution cannot proceed. Janina, are you on a Mac or a PC? Okay. AG says it says the code execution cannot proceed because VL something was not found. Well, I haven't heard of that one before. Let's see. Execution. Let's see, Magic of Voxels. I can't find anything on Google about that error. Make sure that if you're on a Mac, make sure you're downloading 99.4 and then doing the Mac one. And if you're on Windows, just do 99.5 and then do the Windows one. Just a menu bar with Magical Voxel with the option about and quit. About and quit. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what else we can do here. So if you're on Windows and you're having trouble getting it installed, go back to the main website, go to 99.5, and then try the 32-bit one. This one here, the one that says alpha win 32.zip. Click that one and then try running that one. Okay, let's see. As I says, it gives me all these downloads. Okay, yeah, that's good. We want to download it in a zip file here, and then once you download it, you click on it to open it up, and then extract it to where you want it to go, and then we open it up from there. Okay, Janina says PC. So yeah, Janina, try downloading the one that says it's 99.5, and then the one that says 32 here. Akanksha says I got it on my PC. Thanks to my dad. Okay, good, perfect. Okay, as I said, it shows all the things that have been downloaded. Okay, good. And just make sure that when when you download it, you see how it kind of shows up here. You just click on it there, and then click on, if you're on a Mac, it'll look different because I'm on Windows, but you click on extract, and then you just click extract here. Make sure you click this, show extracted files when complete. And then once it's done, you open it up and then just run the program that way. AG says the code execution cannot proceed because VL000 something was not found. Yeah, I think that you probably just need to download this other version. So down 99.5, you click on that one and then do this one that says 32. AG, I'm assuming AG that you are on Windows. If you're on Mac, then let me know. Catherine says perhaps there's a problem with extraction. Yeah, it's possible. Make sure that you don't take the once you open it up and you have this, don't move this to your desktop. Just leave everything in the folder after you extract it. Lorna says, what do I do now? Okay, did you get it working, Lorna, or did you just download it? Joseph says, I have an HP desktop computer though. How do I download? Okay, Joseph, there is an email with the link after you registered that you can click on to download it for Mac or PC, or you can go here to ephtracy.github.io excuse me, and then download it for Windows. If you're on Windows, click on this one. If you're on Mac, click on this one. Shanna says Magical Voxel, a kind of coding game app. It's actually not for coding, or it's not a game either exactly, but it's a 3D modeling software that lets you put blocks together like this. If you can see my screen, it's really similar to Minecraft, but it's just for putting blocks together in a 3D way. Okay, let's see. Isaiah says, how do you put it in a folder? You shouldn't have to put it in a folder at all. Once you click on it to download it, you just click to extract it, and then you open it up after it's extracted. Brando says, I moved the app out of the folder and then back again. Seems to solve the problem according to a quick Google search. Perfect. Okay, good. Lorna says, I have it downloaded, extracted, up and running. Great. Cosimo says, downloaded and it works. Awesome. Isa says, what do you mean by extract? Basically, when you download something, a lot of the times it comes in a folder called a zip folder, which means it's it's zipped up and packed in a briefcase, you could imagine. And so it's taking up less space for you. Once you download it, you have to like take it out of the briefcase in order for it to work. That's basically what it's doing. So when you download this particular program, it comes in this like briefcase. So you have to open it first, you know, and extracting it, you could imagine is like taking it out of the briefcase. So you click extract and then just click, you know, click extract, and that's fine. And then you can see the files after they're out of the briefcase. And once that's done, you just double click on Magic of Voxel and then it should start. Janina says, works now, yay, okay, good. Janina says the Win32 will work, perfect. Catherine says, for those of you on Windows, you can check what bit type your computer is supposed to be running in settings. Sometimes if you choose the wrong bit, 64 or 32, it can cause errors. Yes, that's exactly right. Isa says, can you show it again? Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. Thanks everybody for sticking in there with me. We're gonna get to making something really, really soon here. All right, so here we go. So once you have it downloaded, you open it up and click extract. I'm just going to rename it because I think I've downloaded a bunch of these already. So once it's extracted, then it opens up this new window with your, you know, unpacked files for this application, right? For this program. Then you just open that folder and then double click Magic of Voxel. And then if this happens to you, you just need to click where it says Windows protected your PC, blah, blah, blah. You just need to click more info and then run anyway. And then it should work for you. Joseph says, I got it to open. Okay, good. Lauren says it's up and running. Okay, good. Oh, it's open. Okay, awesome. I think we're ready to go. Isaiah says, I cannot open because Microsoft Windows applications are not supported on Mac OS. Okay, Isaiah, we have for you, I think that you should go, if you can, go back to your email and click on the link for the Mac installation, and then that should work. Or if you can, just go to ephtracy.github.io, do the 99.4 version, and then make sure you download the Mac version of Magic Voxel. Kaylee says I got it to work. Okay, good. Shanna says it is in a package that you get in the mail. Okay. Isa says, can you show how to extract it again? Yes. Okay. So let's see how to extract it. So you click to download it. If you're on a Mac, it's going to look different. But if you're on PC here, if you're on PC, you just click to download it, and then it downloads in a couple seconds. There we go. And then for me on Windows, I just click here, compressed folder tools, extract all. And then here, I'm just going to rename it. Extracts. And we're done. Then you just double click the folder to open it and then double click Magic of Voxel. So that's it. Okay, so yeah, you guys can use this program for as long as you want after the webinar. I think getting it installed will be the first thing. I'm just gonna have to move forward with showing you guys how to use it. I'm sorry, I won't be able to. For those of you who are having trouble installing it, I think my best advice at this point would be to go to the email and then click on the right version to download, depending on if you're on Windows or Mac. And then if your parents are there, maybe they can help you with doing the extraction part, and then take it from there. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Okay, so so here we go. So let's get going here. So Magic of Voxel is pretty cool. So you basically have this, you know, this virtual area to build in. And it's really similar to a game called Minecraft. I'm sure a lot of you have played it. But what this does is it lets you place blocks anywhere. And you can change the color of the blocks. You can even make them like glass, so you can see through them. Or you can have them be like smoke, you know, so that it's like, it's not like quite like glass, but it is more like smoke, right? And you can even have things be glowing as well. And I'm going to show you how to do all of that, how to place blocks, and how to make it look kind of cool like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and start up a new, oh wait, here, let me do one thing real quick. Here. So I'm going to start up a new file here. Okay, so now I just start with this block. So so let's just start by erasing it. Like you can basically use this as sort of like a chunk of clay, or like a stone, and you're kind of chiseling into it if you want to work that way. But I kind of like starting with nothing and then building up. So let's just start with erasing. So to erase, you can just click the erase button here, and then B is for box mode. And then just so you can kind of get used to how some of these work. So when it's in box mode, you can kind of click and drag your mouse down and it'll erase things like this. But that would obviously take a really long time if we wanted to erase the whole box like that. So let's instead click this button, which is region select, click on the box, and then the whole thing will be selected, and then hit the delete key. And that should erase everything in our little virtual space here. Let's see if we have any questions so far. Okay, cool. Shanna says, yours is green, mine is blue. Is that okay? Yeah, totally fine. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we're good. So now let's get to building. I'm just gonna have to really power through, and I might be talking a little bit fast, but you can always send me some Q&As or send me an email. I'll share with you what my email is, so I can help you through things later. But so let's just get going on building stuff. Let's start with a tree maybe. So click attach here, which is under the brush area right here. And then let's click on a color that we want. I'm going to start with like the trunk of the tree. So we click on brown. If you want to change the shading, like how bright or how dark the tree is, you can use these controls down here to like make it brighter or darker, or change the color itself. But for me, I'm just going to click and place the beginning of the trunk down. So maybe make it a few high like that. And now let's do the like the leaves, the leafy part. So now we click on a green, and now let's see, let's do click on center mode, and then instead of square here, click on this, and then do circle. And now watch this. See how it's like making a circle at the starting point that we clicked on? So I'm just going to make a small tree for now. So if you want to fill in the hole, you can just put the red kind of like target there inside of that hole, and then click on it to fill it in. But so now let's do a few more. Ooh. If you mess up, you can hold down Control and click Z, Control Z to undo. So let's do a few more. Oops. Starting in the middle, there we go. Do like a few like this. There we go. I mean, maybe I'll do a couple more on the top here. So it's kind of a puffy tree, but it gets the job done. So there's a tree. Now maybe let's do something a little more fancy. Let's make a house. If you've played Minecraft before, you're probably really familiar with making like a basic cabin. And we're basically going to do the same thing, but in Magica Voxel. And I'll show you a few extra tools on how to put the voxels down. A voxel, by the way, is just one of these single blocks that have color. That's what a voxel, that's what the definition of a voxel is. So yeah, let me quickly check again if we have any questions. So can you show how to erase it all again? Yes. So you click on this arrow button, which is region select. You click on that. Click on, if you still have that big chunk of stuff in the middle of your space here, you just click on that and then hit the delete key, and that will delete it. So I'm just going to show you that's how it gets deleted. If you accidentally delete something, you can just press Control-Z and then get it back. Okay, cool. So here are some other, yeah, so how do you go up and down? So like the camera, yeah, so basically here, if you hold the right mouse button down, you can move the mouse around and change the camera view. If you hold the middle mouse button in, like, you know, the scroll wheel that can scroll back and forth, that zooms in, but if you click that in and then move the mouse around, then you can move the whole space around. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's see. Any more questions? Trying to figure out how to erase the box. Okay, so basically you just click on this region select button and then click on the thing that you want to delete, and then press the delete button on the keyboard. Yeah, maybe it wasn't clear. I think you can press the backspace key as well. That will also work. Kaylee says, how do you make the top of the tree? Basically, all you do is here. I'll just do a new tree real quick. So tree's green. So all I did to make the top of the tree is, you know, first I made this tree part, and then clicking on the from the middle and then dragging the mouse outward when you have the circle, the center mode with the circle selected lets you kind of make this make these circles from the center of where you clicked, and then if you click and hold down and then drag the mouse, then it'll kind of expand the circle to make it bigger. Okay, Catherine says, kind of having trouble stacking the voxels up. Mine doesn't have the grid. If it doesn't have the grid, I think that's okay. If it doesn't look exactly the same, it might be because not everyone is using the exact same version, but as long as you can put the voxels there, then that's good. So having trouble stacking the voxels up. So basically what we want to do is click on center mode is fine. You can do center mode. You can do box mode if you want, line mode, or just voxel mode. And then the most important thing, if you want to put voxels, put the blocks in the space, is you have to click the attach button. And then once you click on it, then it should appear on the ground, and then you can kind of start building from there. And where you see the red, that's where the voxel will end up being placed. So, so yeah, you can kind of build whatever you want just in that mode alone. And so I'm going to quickly show you guys some of the other tools here. So line mode, if you click and hold the mouse button down, lets you make lines in the ground like that. And then center mode we know about because that's how you make these circles. And if you change it to square, you can make squares. Box mode is like this. It's similar to square, except for there's no hole in the middle. And it starts the box from where you first clicked and ends it where you drag the mouse to and then let go. So this is what we're going to use to make our house. I'm just going to clear these away really quick. And I think that's all we need to know for now. How do you get the tree on the screen? We just stacked some voxels, some brown voxels on the bottom, and then we used the center mode with circle to draw the leaves. How do you tip your screen so you can see down? Hold the right mouse button, and then move your mouse around, and then you can move the camera to wherever you want it to go. Okay, how do I make a circle? Make sure you're on center mode. Click this to make sure it's on circle. And then when you click and drag your mouse, then you're making a circle like that. Okay. How to place single blocks again. Pretty much in whatever brush you're using, as long as you're in attach mode here, you can just click anywhere on the ground and it'll place a single block. Okay, let's see. Zai says, can I get a video of this class? It's not loading. I think, I'm not sure if we're actually recording this one, but if you, I'll share my email address with you, and then we'll debug the program for you so you can get it to work. Evelyn says, how do you get to center mode? So you click on this C here under where it says brush. You see there's like L, C, P, V, F, B. You just click on the C, and then that's center mode. And then if you want it to be a circle, click on the circle there. Okay, cool, thanks. Yeah, no problem. All right, so now we are going to really quickly make a cabin. So I'm just gonna delete some of these. Start with brown, do box attach, and we have our floor. And now we're going to do, let's say, yeah, then I think what we're going to do at this point is just build up the corners of the house. Oops, these pillars. And then if you have box still selected with attach, you can click on the top of one pillar and then go across to the other one. And it should make this perfect box like that. I'll do that again. So you click on one of the tops of the pillars here and then drag it to the other end. And then when you let go, you should have this, like the frame, I guess you could say, of the cabin. So now I want to show you guys how to do something that's pretty fancy and cool. We're going to make it glass around these walls, and then this will have like a door maybe, and a couple windows on either side. So pick a random color, like maybe this. I'm going to choose this one. One that doesn't look very cabiny, and then fill in using the box selection. Oops, not that one. That's where the door will be. Fill in where you want the glass to be, just like that. And now we're going to go into a new mode here called render mode. And we're going to change what this, like what Magic of Voxel thinks the pink is to be, like this glass material, basically. So once you have the pink on the frame of the cabin, you click render, and you can sort of see what your scene will look like with, you know, shadows and, you know, kind of like maybe the sun in the distance. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But for now, what we want to do is change the matter here. So what we do is when you're in the render tab, you check over here where it says matter, and under material, click on where it says glass. And now you have these controls that can determine what kind of glass you want it to be. So I want it to be, first of all, fully transparent. So I'm just going to do 100% glass. And I'm not going to change anything else, but if I wanted it to be, you know, kind of like the glass in, you know, that has like, it's foggy, you know, I would just increase the roughness, but I'm not going to do that either. I just want it to be just like this because I think that looks cool. And so similarly, if you want something to be a light, like if we want to put a little light on the ceiling here, here, I'll choose this color, go back to model view, and I'm just going to click on this. So we're going to have like a little lantern hanging from the ceiling. So now we have our lantern. We go back to render. And with the same color selected, we go to emission. And emission is what will emit light. So let's increase that here. Maybe change the color of the light to like a yellow. And then power. Let's increase the power. Ooh, that's a lot, but that's pretty cool. So now we have the beginnings of a cabin. And let's see, how much more time do I have left? I think we're unfortunately already out of time. But I'm gonna go ahead and share with you my email address, and then if you have more problems, you can just let me know, and I'll help walk you through it. But at least you see the beginnings of how to make a cabin and make your own 3D scene in Magica Voxel. And yeah, if you already are rolling along on this, go ahead. You can just go ahead and keep building. And if you have anything you want to share with me, then you can go ahead and send it to my email address. My email address is it's sbhepburn@delphian.org. And go ahead and send me anything that you make. If you want to send me a screenshot, or if you're having trouble, go ahead and email me there. Yeah, and I think that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I'll see you around. Okay, bye.